Peyton, thank you very much. The saltwater intrusion has sparked panic and fear across the region, and we're working to give you up-to-date information to keep you informed. Here's what we know so far. We could learn as soon as today if Louisiana will get federal support to deal with this emergency. Governor John Bel Edwards has asked the White House to declare a federal state of emergency. Once it's approved, if it is, we'll get extra financial support to keep you and your family safe. Local leaders also providing updates on this situation. Earlier in the show, we spoke with St. Bernard Parish President Guy McInnes. Here's his message to residents.
I'll tell you, the cooperation between all of the parishes has been amazing. The Corps has been amazing. They increased our date from October 8th to the 19th. That was a blessing in itself.
And now we're getting an update from Jefferson Parish President Cynthia Sheng. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning.
Of course. Now, the Army Corps of Engineers estimates the saltwater wedge will arrive in Gretna by October 24th, West Jeff by the 25th, West Wego by the 26th, and then East Jefferson on the 29th. So what are you guys doing to prepare right now?
So I want to make sure that everybody understands. Initially, there was, the grocery stores weren't ready for this. This kind of approached us very quickly. We did host sort of a call on Saturday. My team was in our emergency operations center, and we hosted a call with all the local grocers and water distributors, just making sure that that their regional managers, that the people who go into the store and are responsible for that store understand that when this thing approaches us and it starts going to Algiers, the need for water increases exponentially, right? There's about 390,000 people in Orleans Parish. There's about 430,000 people in Jefferson Parish. For them to be ready, for them to discuss with their supply chains, make sure they're ready to flex up, to volume up, however you want to say it, very, very quickly. And I think I saw that even Sunday, the grocery stores locally here started putting a lot of water at the front of the door, because that's their way. They play a key role in this for us, is to keep people calm and making sure that we always have availability of water. That I told them that they were a very, very important piece to this. This is a situation we're all working with, and that every time somebody goes in the store and has reasonably priced, lots of water is the best thing to keep people calm. So I really don't have a concern. This is not like a storm where the entire Gulf Coast is trying to get fuel and water. This is an isolated incident in Louisiana affecting a few parishes right now, and the water supplies will be there for us. I feel certain for that. The drinking water supplies will be there for us.
And I imagine you're monitoring the chloride levels already in the water being pulled from the river in your parish.
We do. We actually have our own water lab, so we monitor it, every day. We have that ability, and the water is normal in Jefferson Parish. The water is absolutely normal now, but it's key for people to start, as this intrusion starts approaching us, to understand where they get their water from. In Jefferson Parish, we have 3 intakes. Of the municipalities, Gretna is the only one that does its own water, so they have an intake, and then we have another intake called West Jeff for the West Bank, and another one on the East Bank. So it's going to be key that everybody understands in Jefferson Parish what intake goes to the water in their house, because it's a time thing, and different messages may be, different days for different people. So that's what we want people to start learning is, where do I get the water from my house? What intake on the river does that come from?
And do you think it'll get to a point where you need to buy reverse osmosis machines or rent them?
We're purchasing reverse osmosis machines. That many of the solutions that are available to the smaller parishes just are not available to us. We put out, at least 70 million gallons a day. The reverse osmosis machines can handle about 320,000 gallons a day. So that is not really available to us in terms of pushing out at the distribution site. We did order some machines just to have it, to just be able to, make our own water for maybe our own employees or something, but that is not going to be a solution for our actual distribution system. We're just too large of a system for reverse osmosis machines.
So what will that solution be?
So, I think there's nothing off the table. Our public works team is working closely with the state. I think, I told my team, be as creative as possible. Let's look at everything. Let's just leave no leaf unturned for this. So I think in the next few days, I want those conversations to happen. But, all of the solutions that we're looking at, we're looking at in Jefferson Parish. Barging water also probably is not going to be a solution for us in Jefferson Parish. I think Like I said, the smaller treatment systems might have solutions that are difficult for a larger treatment plant to have those same solutions. So, you know, I'm going to give my team time to just look at everything before we kind of go forward, and we'll certainly keep the public aware of what our but I need to give them time to be, and they've been working nonstop to do this.
And we'll definitely help you guys get the word out. And I know you have really been helping out Plaquemines Parish, who's been affected by this for a while. Tell us what you're doing on that front.
There is no issue as regional as this. I mean, you know, if a hurricane comes, we're all working our own issues, but we are really having to help one another out. And really, this is a true regional effort. We've been supporting Plaquemines Parish, sending them about 100,000 gallons a day. Grand Isle is going to be taken care of by Lafourche Parish. I think New Orleans is sending to St. Bernard Parish. So we're really getting, you know, this is a regional effort, and whoever's upstream can help the downstream people. That's what we're doing, even for a few days. We're going to be able to help Gretna, but that's maybe just a day or two. So it just depends on, you know, the timing. But everybody upstream is willing to help those that are downstream.
It sounds like a great plan. And you were automatically reelected for a second term. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cynthia Sheng, always great to talk to you. We'll be talking to you in the coming days as well. Thank you.